shouting Ducati at my peril.
No, I think it's between the Aprilias for the victory, and I'm going to say it's between Marco Bezzecchi and Ayagura, both starting on the front row of the grid, and the start's going to be key. As we know, it's been key all year at every track we've gone to, but this track, these track temperatures, the ambient temperature, it's hot, front tyre pressures will play a part in it.
Yeah, last year Marc Marquez didn't have the pace but led all the way. Perhaps you want to watch from the helicopter to see how people get away from the line, or maybe you want to go on board. We've got them all on our multi-view, so you can enjoy enhanced coverage of this Dutch TT, available exclusively on HBO Max. TNT Sports customers on EEBT, Sky and Virgin Media can find out how to activate HBO Max at no extra cost by scanning the QR code on your screens right now. We've got a wild card in Augusto Fernandez this weekend. No Fermin Aldeguer, he's out. He crashed here on Friday, fractured the T7 vertebrae, just back from a broken leg, Neil. That sounds awful, doesn't it?
It was an awful crash, fast, 140 miles an hour, barrel rolled when he hit the gravel, and unfortunately he's cracked that vertebra.
His teammate had one too.
Yeah. There's been a few crashes this weekend. It always happens like that at Assen. It's fast, it's treacherous, it's brilliant, but you have to have full concentration around this place.
Frankie Morbidelli has a 3-place grid penalty, so he's back in 16th at the start of this. More slow riding from Frankie. Nearly 200,000 fans have made it here over the weekend. Few places carry the weight of Assen. It's fast, it's flowing, it's unforgiving. There's a reason it's been on the MotoGP calendar since day dot. It's a circuit where rhythm matters. Bravery is rewarded, and championship moments just have a habit of finding their way to the surface. 26 laps ahead of us in the Dutch TT. Revs up. Oh, lights out. There was a little movement from Ayagura on the front row of the grid. I think he'll be okay in terms of a jump start, and he's going to get down to turn one first, is he? He is. He's made the best launch. He leads them with the whole shot. Oh, Jorge Martin's going to try and turn underneath him into Ossenbrook, and is he? Yes, through he goes. Jorge Martin takes over. Raul Fernandez decisive early on. Pecco Bagnaia and Marc Marquez. Was that Marc close to the rear tyre of Marco Bezzecchi again? It was.
You can just see how important it is on this opening lap. Everyone's sort of overriding, being incredibly aggressive. Pecco Bagnaia is like a crazy man going around the outside, and I think it's not paid off because he's not got out of the corner.
Yeah, he's had to roll out of it, but as they head down to the Ruskenhoek, he's got the inside line on his teammate Marc Marquez. Marquez is 5th, Bagnaia is 6th, but moments ago Bagnaia was in 4th place ahead of Marco Bezzecchi. It is Jorge Martin leading them through Stackenval. Bagnaia has a look at Marc Marquez. That got close. Almost the two factory Ducatis down. So Martin from Agura. Fernandez is 3rd. Bezzecchi is 4th. 5th, wide for Bezzecchi early on. Really? Just like yesterday, Bezzecchi struggling early on.
It's so strange. He's looked uncomfortable. He's wide again there.
And Marc Marquez turns underneath him at the darker slot. He's up into 4th place.
Yeah, but watch Bez now. This is where the Aprilia works. This is his opportunity to work his way back past.
Who crashed there? Joan Mir, wasn't it? Oh, my goodness me.
Kidding me.
He crashes out at turn 10. He crashed out in the sprint yesterday.
On lap 1.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, here we go with Raul Fernandez.
Fernandez is confident.
On the early laps, he's got the edge over his teammate. His teammate probably has the edge on race distance, and he has the drive, actually, towards turn 1. It is Fernandez versus Agura on the inside, and the number 79, the Japanese rider. Fernandez tries to lay the bike on top of him. Now he turns underneath him, and Marc Marquez needs no second invitation. He goes through on the pair of them. Suddenly Fernandez is back on him. Bezzecchi takes Agura. Jorge Martin's clear as Marc Marquez turns underneath Fernandez.
Someone's going down here.
Oh, Fernandez on the inside at the shrub, and what a second lap we are having.
I mean, they're toughing it out, but look, meanwhile, there is someone leading this race, and he's just gained. He's 1.4 seconds up the road. Jorge Martin must be laughing.
Look at the difference between the Aprilia and the Ducati turning into the Ruskenhoek. Fernandez is 2nd, Marc Marquez is 3rd. It's Bezzecchi in 4th, then Bagnaia in 5th, and Ayagura, who was 2nd moments ago, finds himself back in 6th place. Martin has a 1.3 second lead over the field, and the fact is, as Acosta passes Quartararo for 7th, he might be the weakest of the Aprilias, yet with a gap like that, suddenly Jorge Martin is a different animal.
Yeah, exactly, and what he's going to do is see his pit board. It's going to give him confidence. He's going to relax more. The bike's going to become more stable. He can use his corner speed. You don't have to force it. Assen is all about trying to be as relaxed as you can. It's a narrow track. It flows, if you try and fight it, the track wins, you lose time.
Oh, the championship leader, Marco Bezzecchi, has a massive crash at Ramsop. He's made it all the way to the barrier. That is bigger than you will ever see for Bezzecchi. That could possibly be a red flag. That is so big.
That's a huge crash. That's about 130 miles an hour. And it looked like it was near the exit as well, so it had probably been on the throttle.
Oh, we've seen some biggies there over the years. You remember the likes of, I remember John Hopkins once having hit.
Wow, look at the speed of this. Oh, this is awful.
That is going to be your championship leader. Of course, at the moment, with Bezzecchi out, he's no longer the championship leader. But what's that there? We're talking 120 miles per hour?
It has to be. It has to be. It's a scary corner. There's not many corners during the championship that you hold your breath on every time you tip it into there.
What is it with the early laps with Bez and this Aprilia at the moment not being able to quite get that front tyre activated?
Yeah, we've seen it. It takes him sometimes a couple of laps.
Same for Martin yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah,
in the sprints as well. Same for Agura.
Yep, he did not look comfortable at all.
Wow. I sincerely hope that Marco Bezzecchi is okay. That is just like being put through a washing machine for Bez. That was horrific. So as we regroup after what an unbelievable first 2.5 laps we have had of this Grand Prix, we're riding on board with Ayagura in 4th place, looking at the back of Bagnaia, and Bagnaia looked really aggressive early on, and it's not materialised, it's not worked out for him. And the problem for Pecco, when he finds himself in this position, he's when he's at his weakest.
He's going to get past Gav.
Pedro Acosta slides up on the inside. When he gets a bike in front of him, he hates it.
And what happens is, essentially, his front tyre gets a little bit hotter, it then feels a bit greasy, and he can't cope with it. And don't get me wrong, it's difficult. Oh, Bagnaia thought about it there, but the pass definitely wasn't on.
You don't pass
and he overthinks.
Pedro Acosta late on the brakes, do you?
You don't. And it's
good news at the top. Sorry, Neil, just a break across. Marco Bezzecchi's gone to the medical centre. We're told rider is conscious. Ralph Fernandez fastest on the track, Neil. He's closed on that last lap by 2 tenths. He's already closed by another tenth on this lap.
Yeah, he looks so confident, doesn't he? Just back to Bagnaia, he's sort of criticised himself after some events, saying sometimes I overthink. Like, look, now he's dropping back. He's lost all his flow.
This is such a rhythm track, isn't it?
Oh, that was huge. That's as big as you get. That's really, when you go head and feet, Gav, I've done that. You cannot believe. It's a horrible sensation.
He just stopped, didn't he, before the wall?
Just before the wall.
The little wall that juts out there. There's a lot of parts of this racetrack, a massive gravel track. There's also a lot of grass, a lot of open spaces. It's a big, flat, old, open racetrack around here. It's old school, and I suppose in a way he hasn't reached the wall, but it's just going to be huge. This is where it is.
Yeah, right there.
What are we talking there? 180 kilometres per hour. So we are talking, that is just absolutely ridiculous. 111.
11, right.
10 miles an hour.
But like, if I was to take you to that part of the track now, and we walked to see how far he has flown, it's absolutely miles.
Yeah, we're talking
250 metres.
250 metres, yeah. Made myself and Nat walked it when we were going out there to look at the bikes early on.
I'll tell you what, though, we've got a race on our hands, because again, Fernandez, fastest lap of the race, 0.3 of a second faster than Jorge Martin. The gap's down to half a second, and Ralph Fernandez is a believer.
You know who else will be a believer in Santa Claus is Marc Marquez, because he thinks it's Christmas Day. He's up into the podium positions, and he genuinely was talking about top 5 being good enough. And at the moment, he's in 3rd. He's got Ayagura, okay, I may have late race pace. Pedro Acosta's right there, but one thing we know with Pedro, he might be there, it's just whether he fades in the latter stages.
Yeah. Look at Pedro. This is what Pedro does so well. We've talked about Bagnaia having issues when he's following. Pedro spends the whole race on the back of people. He's having that sensation where the front's pushing, but he doesn't mind. This is what he trains for. We see him practicing doing those figure of 8s, pushing the front, saving it on his knee. This is when it comes in handy.
So Marquez,
he's holding them up now.
He is, but he did this last year for the entire 26 laps of the race.
He's not strong enough to do that now.
Yeah, it's the weakness in these kind of corners. Fast right-hander through turns 13 there, Hulahaida, into the ramps up, 14 and 15, and then up to the GT chicane. Surely Agura now is going to find a way through. Agura does make that lunge on Marc Marquez, who has to give way. What Marc does well there, actually, is make sure he gets the good exit out of the chicane, so he's not a sitting duck for Acosta. It's easy to get past there and then to be passed straight away by the rider directly behind.
Yeah, what happens is when someone passes you, it sort of essentially pulls you in a little bit, and then that really compromises your exit.
Who's your rider of the race at this stage? There's a long, long way to go. Jorge Martin's being hunted down by Raul Fernandez. Marc Marquez under attack by his new teammate, Pedro Acosta, and he goes through at the Strubben. They will be teammates next year, these two. Marc Marquez called Pedro Acosta fresh. Pedro said Marc's towards the end of his career. Marc won't have liked that. And he's going to have a go at the Ruskenhook. Wow, do you like that? 140 miles per hour, fifth gear through there, and he's back in front of him.
And that is the most physical point of this whole circuit. That takes every bit of energy, power to muscle the bike from left to right at 180 miles an hour.
And remarkably, now Bagnaia is back on the rear. He's had a little breather, hasn't he? And he's fancying his chances of getting through. So while Acosta's sizing up Marquez, behind Pecco Bagnaia is lurking. He's faster than everyone apart from the front two on track. The one rider who hasn't started well is Fabio Di Gianantonio down in 7th. Alex Marquez has done well. He's up to 8th. Bastianini is 9th. Fabio Quartararo is 10th with Toprak having a great ride. Here comes Raul Fernandez. I thought he was going to move on Jorge Martin. He's chipped and chipped away at
Here we
Martin.
go. He's got a good run through there. He's got a chance now into turn 1. Is he going to go for it early? No. Martin's always late on the brakes.
Behind them, Marquez is under pressure from Pedro Acosta. And Acosta, I thought that Pecco Bagnaia might make the move. We got a helicopter cam on here that you could see that Pedro was sizing up the move. Pecco was sizing up the move on him, but Marc is past. Right.
It's going to be a long 19 laps for Marc Marquez.
Yeah, he's just not got the physical strength and fitness to do it. We spoke to Cal Crutchlow with this morning. He's at the back of the field. He's in as a replacement still for Johan Zarco. And he says, I'm a fit lad. And he is. I mean, he cycles 3 or 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
He always was one of the fittest out there. And he said, I just do not have the ultimate strength. In fact, he's come into the pit lane to muscle a MotoGP bike around. It looks easy. It looks like they're gliding around the racetrack. The physicality required, especially on an unstable Aprilia, as Jorge Martin is finding this weekend. Might be fast, but it's unstable. To muscle it through corners like this now.
This section now, this is where you need the strength. You go into 12, but then you pick the bike up and you've got to go through a flat-out chicane through there and there. It looks graceful, like you said, Gav, but that takes technique, strength, and at this point, your heart rate's at about 190. The last time we saw a rider use the heart rate monitor in a race was Rins. He did it early on in the year. And he averaged about his average was 190, and he was over 200 for lots of the race.
Incredible. They can see top left of your screens. Marc Marquez coming back at Pedro Acosta, serving it back at his future teammate. This is fun to watch, isn't it? Between Marquez in 4th now, Acosta 5th, behind Pecco Bagnaia. No quarters being given as you can just see Pedro's bike moving through the middle of the corner. He's not going to have a go at this time into the Strubben.
We're just thinking, Pedro's sort of got to be careful. If he ends up wiping Marc out, like imagine you're going into that factory Ducati team, everyone's loving the young kid coming in, that would not go down well at all.
So as things stand in this race, still Marquez there in 4th. Acosta tucked right in behind him, of course, riding so close to his back. Pecco's just having a little moment to regroup, ready to pounce. At the front, Martin on Fernandez. The gap's gone back out to 3/4 of a second. So I'm suggesting maybe a moment there for Raul, as Ayagura also in turn trying to close in on Fernandez. He was faster than both Fernandez and Martin on that last lap. We're starting to get into Ayagura territory. First lap's out of the way, full fuel tank goes down, and suddenly Ayagura, of everyone out there, is the fastest rider on track by miles.
Yeah, we're chatting about that. It takes him a few laps to get the front tyre pressure working properly, because you start with a lower pressure. He's a light rider. He only weighs 58 kilos as Ayagura. He was 56 kilos last year. He's managed to put 2 kilos on.
Here we go again. Pedro Acosta. That's so late.
It must run off the track.
He surely has to. Marc Marquez will turn underneath. And now Bagnaia gives it a little squirt as well to get through. That was really aggressive from Pedro. It was from a long way back. Ayagura's just set a new fastest lap of the race. 32.4 from him. whereas Marquez, Acosta and Bagnaia are in the 33s.
Whilst all that's going on, you've got pretty much, what is it, Alex Marquez, Bastianini, Fabio Di Giannantonio are closing in on this group. Marquez is holding them all up, but he's late on the brakes.
That's what he does. And he's scrapping with every ounce of his being, with every fibre of strength that he has now. Pecco Bagnaia into the Steckenval. Just cannot find a way through. This might as well have been an echo of last year. Alex Marquez trying to get through on Marc. Marco Bezzecchi trying to get through on Marc. He will almost certainly fade in the latter stages, but here on lap 9 of 26, he sits in 4th. At the front, still Martin leads. He's just had his personal best lap. Half a second clear of Fernandez in 2nd. Ayogura, 1.6 behind in 3rd, but on that previous lap was quicker than the 2 riders in front of him. Then it's 2 seconds back to this group. 3 seconds now, in fact. Marquez, Bagnaia, Acosta and Digi closing fast with Alex. Been an incredible start to this Dutch TT as a couple of clouds come overhead, but it is boiling hot out there, 30 degrees of temperature, track temperatures into the 40s now. It's been a stunning weekend weather-wise, in fact too hot actually a lot of times, so much so this track got really greasy. Thunderstorms overnight cleared the place up. They were massive thunderstorms. I saw some tents destroyed by the storms when we came in this morning, but that will have meant we've got a different surface here today. So when we get past halfway point, it will be intriguing, won't it, to see how the track conditions develop as Bagnaia goes through at the Steckenval. Marc Marquez tries to turn back underneath him towards the bolt, and Bagnaia gets through and stays through.
Yeah, and Pedro's maybe going to pound straight away, try and catch Marc off guard.
That's the way he does it, doesn't he?
Tell you what, shout out for Toprak. He's in 11th place, right behind Fabio Quartararo, who we know is an absolute machine around here.
A couple of times a winner around here in World Superbikes. Toprak Razgatlioglu, so knows this place well. At the front, the gap's down to 0.3 of a second as we're looking at Bagnaia up in 4th place, Marquez in 5th. Will Acosta attack into the final corner? He lines it up. Turn 1 appears to be his favourite place. Another problem coming soon, though, for Pedro is Digi behind him.
Ayogura is still slowly closing in on the leader. 2/10 quicker on that lap. He's got it down to 1.6
to the leader.
To the leader. And now we are coming into, well, we're not actually. Let's get another few laps out of the way. Ayogura's the last third of the race normally, and that's then where his weight works for him. Being lighter, being smaller, means he doesn't stress the tyres as much. We've seen it over the years with Enea Bastianini, who's always been the king of late race pace.
Of course, if you have just joined us in this Grand Prix, we are 15 and a half laps remaining. A reminder that Marco Bezzecchi crashed out on lap 2 of this race. A huge crash, 110, 120 miles per hour at turn 15. That means, as things stand, he's relinquished the championship lead. That would also mean that Bezzecchi has not scored points in the last 3 races. 0.
Think how he started the season, Gav. He led every lap for the first 3 races. Not one person managed to steal a lap off him. We thought it was going to be a runaway winner of this championship. We were already discussing when he might be able to pick up the title. How quickly things can change.
Yeah, self-inflicted last time out, of course. Needed the marshals today, didn't he? As he sat forlorn on the grass at the edge of the racetrack. And he has been humbled massively over the last few weeks.
Yet again, 2/10 quicker on that lap, Ayogura. And how funny, right? So Bagnaia's got to the front of this group. He set his fastest lap and he's pulling Marc with him. And now all of a sudden, they're pulling away from Digi, Alex Marquez, Bastianini.
Yeah, it's almost like there's a sort of mode they go into the middle part of the race. Marc Marquez tends to judge race distance well, doesn't he? And by that I mean, I'm not going to go off too early and not have any tyre left. He's often, well, a bit like Ayogura, very fast at the end of races, as we saw back in the Czech Republic when he held off the Japanese rider. There is Agura now coming into the picture with Martin. 3 Aprilias out front, I'll remind you. Martin, who sits 2nd in the championship. Agura 5th in the championship. Fernandez 8th, but fresh from sprint victory yesterday. Agura's now had 3 second places in a row. Sprint second in Czech, race second in Czech, and sprint second here yesterday. This was the start from on board with Marc Marquez.
Look how short the drag is into turn 1. You're straight on the brakes. Oh, look how much slower they are off at starting. It was 1.9 with the front lowering device.
So Marc Marquez the quickest starter there. 0 to 100 Ks, that's 0 to 60 effectively. Not bad that, is it?
Not bad at all.
But they were down to 1.9s, weren't they, when they had the front hole shot devices engaged. They haven't quite, it's the first starts they've done this weekend without the front hole shot included on the bikes. They'll go all together next year. Oh,
it shuts off again.
It has. This.
It has.
I'm speechless. I am speechless. What's happened here? He's shaking his hand though, Pedro. Is it a tech problem? The bike's still going. He's still riding, and he was shaking out his hand. What's happened for Pedro here? Let's have a look. He's there in the third bike in your picture, down into turn 1. Just gets it wrong, goes over the curbs.
It shut off. Shut off.
As it did in Brno, as it did twice yesterday.
He's probably shaking his hand because he just smashed it against the tank.
Yeah, quite possibly, yeah.
He's got every right to.
It is really worrying times at KTM. You've called for them not to be starting unless they can provide some answers.
Yeah.
We are told by the technical staff that they have had answers that, you know, KTM know what it is and they've solved it.
Yeah.
It hasn't.
It won't happen again.
It has.
Just has. That's the 4th time this weekend, I believe. The bike's let go, shut itself off.
Not only that, there was the broken ride height device, wasn't there, in the sprint race for Pedro Acosta, that meant that he crashed out there. We've had ones where people have pulled in Mugello, you think Sebastianini, Vinales, just a litany at the moment. And the big one in Barcelona, Catalunya, where the bike shut off right in front of Alex Marquez, and we're just seeing Alex Marquez coming back into any kind of fitness because he fractured vertebra, smashed his collarbone to bits. Lucky to be alive, frankly.
Yeah, that was the graphic example of if your bike switches off during a race, that's what can happen.
Questions will have to be answered again by KTM. Toprak has now come back down pit lane, as so does Pedro Acosta. I imagine the shutters will come quickly down on the garage. He still managed to ride it round though. So when it goes over the curves.
Yeah, do you know what, Gav? Do you remember what we heard it had done? What it did was he shut the throttle and it's opened the throttle as he's tipping into the corner.
There it is.
Yeah, as he's tipped it into the corner, it's got burp. It's giving him a little bit of an acceleration.
He is losing faith rapidly. He said that in interviews, very candid yesterday, Pedro Acosta, that throttle has stuck open. He completely was not following the party line at all. He doesn't need to anymore, does he? Because now he's a Ducati man for next year. So the gap at the front between Martin and Fernandez, 0.4. The one to watch is Ayagura. He's now 0.6 behind his teammate. The front 3 covered by a second. Then there is 5 seconds back to Pecco Bagnaia. Marc Marquez still in close attendance with Fabio Di Gianantonio now up to 6th. Alex Marquez in 7th place. And Enea Bastianini, somewhere else who's good in the latter stages of races. On the KTM, I'll remind you, on the Tech 3 bike, lurking. Oh, now, what has happened? That's Pecco Bagnaia now has had a problem. What is up with these? There's something going on with safety mode at the moment. All the bikes are having these kinds of issues, and now it's Pecco Bagnaia who's
so strange.
I'm going to retire from the race.
So strange.
What's going on?
No idea.
This is horrible to see. But Pecco Bagnaia...
Is it his front lower? No,
because they haven't got
it was
them,
braking.
He was braking like that to try and break the... Is the rear device down? No. He's adjusting something.
He's adjusting something, you're right. He's messing with something. It does look low at the front.
What has gone on? What is going on in this race? Right, at the front, we are past the halfway point. 11 and a half to go. top racks down. He was obviously having some kind of vibration issue down in his garage, as Raul Fernandez hasn't made the move on Martin, and it means that soon he'll become prey of his teammate Ayagura. Agura has Fernandez in his sights here. The front three crossed the line with half a second covering them. Ayagura was just half a second quicker than Martin, a new fastest lap of the race. Agura's been biding his time here.
Yeah, like I said, we've seen it so many times this year. This is Ayagura time. Smooth. See how he rides his wide there.
Oh, there was smoke coming off the back of his bike. His foot dragging.
What is going on?
And the ride-eye device down.
The rear's down at the back.
What is going on there?
What's going on with Motogp?
I have no idea, but all these extra gizmos and gadgets are just not good for us.
It's not. It's still down. Look how nervous it is. It's
the front. The front looks down weirdly. Have a look at that.
The problem with this track is you don't brake hard then after turn one, so look how much time he's going to lose. Watch, he's going to brake really hard into here.
The front is like ploughing. As Bagnaia now comes down, so that's the KTM and Ducati, and now Aprilia with some kind of problem for Ayagura, who just set the fastest lap of the race. What's happening here?
Don't know.
I mean, we've been doing this for quite a while now, and I don't remember, you know, top bikes. We are the pinnacle of engineering in two wheels here, and there are gremlins in the system. Ayagura's back on the pace now. He's just closed 2/10 in the last couple of sectors.
It looked like definitely through turn three the lowering device was down, so yeah. I don't know, it should disengage because you brake hard into turn one, so maybe it is faulty, we're going to see, but that's because there were sparks coming from the bike. He couldn't get it turned, it ploughed the front, but it seems to be working normally now.
And Raul Fernandez, that's giving him a bit of a second win. Elbows down as they come through Osnabrück turn 4 into the Strubben. And Agura is pretty much back on them already.
I was just thinking, here we go, let's have a look. Watch it around here then, watch the sparks, look at the back of the bike.
It's down.
Look how low it is at the back.
Yeah.
The bike. Sparks coming. Look.
And then when he gets the Strubben, it should release itself.
Yeah. And it does. Yeah, there you go. Weird. Meanwhile, if you're Jorge Martin, you've no idea all this has been going on behind you. He's just trying to...
Sunday ride.
He's focusing on what he can do, trying to keep it smooth. The best he's looked all weekend, to be honest.
Yeah, just tell us about his weekend, Neil. For those who haven't been watching all the way through the practice and qualifying that we've had here on TNT Sports, what's been his story?
It's looked difficult. He looks like he's been overriding, whilst the Aprilia riders have looked smooth. The bike's looked incredibly nervous for Martin. He's been up on the curbs, he's been bouncing off the curbs, he's been looking animated on the bike. But it's Sunday that matters, Gav. This is where the big points are.
Fernandez now is approaching at a rate of knots down towards the chicane. This is the move, foot off the foot peg for Fernandez. Oh, turns tight through there. Martin should have the better run, and now Ayagura is ready to pounce on Martin. Kick him while he's down, why don't you?
Oh,
Ayagura
yes.
on the brakes, levels
perfect.
him. That is the textbook overtaking move from Ayagura. He just levelled him. Levelled him all the way and braked with him down into turn one. And while Jorge Martin was licking his wounds from Raul Fernandez going through, Ayagura pounces. And once again, we've got a Superfile track house 1 and 2 in Motogp.
Well, we had breakfast in their hospitality this morning, and we half joked about another 1 and 2 today, boys. And it was like there was...
Yeah, but we were with Ayagura's team sat on the table, weren't we? And they all said, yeah, maybe a 2-1, maybe we can switch the positions around.
And they didn't want to curse it as well. You got that vibe, didn't you?
Yeah, we're not going to mention it, but I tell you what, a few British lads inside that garage, and they'll be praying this continues, whether that be Andy, Stewie, Matt, Ben down there. All of them will be praying that Ayagura can come through, as Marc Marquez still hangs on to fourth. Again, we'll think that Santa's been at the moment.
Well, it's not finished yet.
No.
A lot of laps to go, and it's at this point I think Mark's going to struggle. I think he's going to be worn out fighting that bike.
He's still fighting it through. He's still winning the ride of the race vote at the moment with 25% of it. Ayagura rising in those. You can follow the QR code on your screen to vote for your rider as we head up to the final chicane. Thing about he's got Gian Antonio behind him, right behind him now, and Digia will not be shy.
No, they don't really get on.
No.
We've seen some big moves on each other, these two, over the last 3 years. And Digi's the opposite. He's fully fit now. His fingers sorted out, and he's a strong rider. He'll use that upper body power through the changes of direction. And like you said, he won't be shy. He will throw it up the inside, and it might even be here.
Mark's making his bike wide, isn't it, as we can see from on board with the number 49. Now on the 93 of Marc Marquez, looking back at that black number 49 on the luminous yellow VR46 machine. Still, Fernandez leads from Agura at the front, but Agura is closing at a rate of knots. Trackhouse on Trackhouse, Aprilia on Aprilia. It's still an all Aprilia podium. 1, 2, 3. There's the blot on their copybook.
It's an all Aprilia podium. If it finishes like this, they'll be absolutely devastated, Aprilia, won't they? Their main man, their main man who's their future, is just had a huge crash. He's now not leading the championship. Jorge Martin will be leading the championship. He's leaving for Yamaha next year.
And there's been noises when he skittled them out in Hungary. It was a bit, that's not worthy. That's not a world champion, shouldn't do that. Already you can see there's
tension.
The knives being drawn.
And then meanwhile, like I said, if it finishes like this, they will be very concerned about the man in 4.
Yeah, top left of your screens then. Marc Marquez against Gian Antonio. In our main part of the screen though, the main action, the leader, Raul Fernandez, and Igo is just turning tighter at the moment than Fernandez. We are at the territory of just under 7 laps remaining in this race. We have not had a Japanese winner since 2004, a race you were in, Neil, back in Motogp, Japanese Grand Prix.
Tamada.
Makoto Tamada.
The Bridgestones, I remember very well.
Good ride. What a good man, actually, Makoto was.
Yeah, he was fast.
So it's been a 22-year wait.
So Martin's just pressed reset a little bit.
Been there, done that. Go! Agura's coming.
That's a late move.
That's the way I does them.
He won't have been expecting it there.
But that's the way I does it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He does it when people least expect it. He's done it throughout this year, but for the first time at this stage of the race, he can actually say that he's leading, and now he will be the favourite to go on and instantly pull on the rest of the field.
And that's where you can see the grip he has. He's able to pick the bike up, like Bastianini, like we've seen Bastianini all the time. He's got almost like an identical riding style, uses his body and saves the drive part of the tyre.
Top left of your screens as well. Fabio Gian Antonio lining up a move on Marc Marquez. But we have a new race leader as Gian Antonio.
Digi late as you like.
He's going to send Marc Marquez through the gravel.
I think
Marquez versus Rossi, is it? Anyone? As Marc Marquez rejoins. So Marquez is going to need to lose a bit of time through there, even though he's gone through the gravel. He drops behind his brother. Marc just laid it in on top of Digi.
Well, it was such a late move from Digi. And I think Marc realised he was going to lose a lot of time if he tried to. It's late, isn't it? It's carbon copy.
But the other thing is,
but it was the other way around.
The other thing there is, Digi doesn't make the corner. There's every chance he'll get a penalty for pushing someone off track. Right. It's happened earlier this year with Marc Marquez on Pedro Acosta.
That's true.
Look at where
exactly.
Digi goes.
Yeah.
He doesn't make the corner.
Yeah, fair point.
Remember Thailand, start of the year, I think Gian Antonio may well get dropped behind Marc Marquez here. What do you reckon? You're a steward, what would you do?
Yes, if we know what the rules are, you can't make contact and you can't make a pass and then run off the track.
And go onto the green. Crucially, you can't make a pass and go through track limits.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to drop back behind Marc Marquez, I'm almost certain.
Which will be very difficult to do because Bastianini's there as well.
Yeah, and then that promotes Alex Marquez. Bastianini's looking the strongest of the lot here at this stage of the race. This is one of the most dramatic. Aston always delivers, doesn't it? Do you remember that 2018 race, 2016? We've had some absolute classics here over the years, and we're getting one here. I'm not sure it's going to be a classic finish for the win, though, because Iagura on this lap has opened up, what's that, 0.9 of a lead over his teammate, and now Bastianini trying to get through on Marc Marquez at the chicane. He's suffering at this stage of the race. Is the reigning world champion, Bastianini.
Miles back.
Well, that's sent in from Groningen, that is. Half an hour up the road, but Bastianini is through on Marc Marquez. Here we go. Incident involving Digi and Marquez is under investigation. Now, this could be crucial, because if Digi now has to drop behind Marc Marquez, will he be dropped one position? There is a decision to be made here. Marc's now back in 7th, Bastianini 6th. What about the ride from Alex Marquez in 5th?
I mean, the images of him yesterday, with all those injuries, those abrasions on both his arms.
It looks like he's taking a cheese grater to his left forearm.
Just absolutely beaten up.
That's wide. That's wide from Bastianini, and then he reappears in the face of Marc Marquez. Oh, Bastianini is battling with the KTM.
Doing a good job, is the beast.
Yeah,
it's wide there,
really wide at the ball. But he'll have the inside line now for Mandevane.
Mark's going to try and get up the inside of him here. Now the old classic move here.
A little squirt underneath him, and he has done it. Oh, how close do you like it? And here Bastianini sent out to the floating grandstand there by Marc Marquez.
He should have expected it, though. He knew it. He's done enough laps round here to know if you go wide at that first part, someone's going to do that little squaring off move. Oh,
there's so many talking points in this race already. Yeah. We still got 3 laps to go. 4 laps to go, should I say. My apologies. Ayagura's already in turn 1. First or best laps for Digi, for Alex Marquez. Digi needs a decision soon, doesn't he?
You'd think so.
You know, we're getting to that point of the race now. He's just set a first or best lap. He needs the stewards to take a quick decision. Remember Marc Marquez saying, why did it take a lap?
Well, I guess what they can do is add some time at the end of the race, which I know, nobody wants that.
That's the worst of all worlds, if you ask me. But we're getting to the point now where it will be 3 laps to go, and he probably wouldn't take any long lap penalty if he were to get it. If he's told to drop a position now, Digi, he'd be dropping 3 seconds back behind Marc Marquez.
Tell you what, Ayagura's in this championship battle. Who said this morning Ayagura to win the championship? Oh, obviously, Sylvain Guintoli sat next to me.
Waving.
Listen, he nearly pulled his shoulder out putting his arm up that fast then. What are you doing, Sylvain? You should be ashamed of yourself. But how funny, he loved it this morning, and he's going, I fancy Ayagura for the championship, and we all sort of smiled and had a bit of a frown on our faces, but the gap's coming down a lot. Ayagura's only 43 points off the lead of this championship now.
He's ahead of Marc Marquez now. There we go. Long lap penalty for Fabio Di Gianantonio. A shortcut, not losing time. Long lap penalty. There's a debate. I'm sure they were discussing there, weren't they? Well, is the penalty to drop position, all this kind of thing? Long lap penalty, what do you think?
I think that's fair, because it's a 3-second penalty. Don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, but where's the is that for the shortcut? Is not anything to do with the contact, is it? Yeah. Interesting. I'm just going back to Thailand at the start of the race where Marc Marquez had the...
Well, it was the exact opposite way around, if you think about it, because in Thailand, Pedro lent on Marc, didn't it, if you remember, and everyone said, oh, it's only because Pedro lent on Marc is why he went off the track. Well, you could say the same just happened there. The only reason, it's...
Yeah, but, Digi didn't make the track there, did he? He didn't make the corner. He was going to blow the corner effectively. Right, he has it all to do again with 2.5 to go.
And he will.
He rejoins ahead of Enea Bastianini, having done his long lap penalty, having taken his medicine. He'll have known it was coming. But what about Alex Marquez into 4th place? Who saw that coming?
Nobody. I can't believe he's racing.
Exactly, down in 12th on the grid. He missed qualifying.
Due to having a huge crash right here. Big, old school, horrible high side. Yeah, we're talking, as you can see the speed through there, we were talking 100 miles an hour or something. Yeah. Right, Jorge Martin has reclosed the gap on Raul Fernandez. Is Fernandez managing it? Or has Martin got a second wind here? As it stands, he's going to be the championship leader, but think about it. Ayagura's taking 25 points. Here comes Digi again. Ayagura's taking 25 out of Bezzecchi. Ayagura's taking 9 out of him. It's going to bunch up massively, isn't it? Between the top runners here. 2 laps remaining. Agura leading by 2 seconds from Raul Fernandez. Jorge Martin is 3rd, 0.4 behind. Then Alex Marquez is 4th. His brother Mark is 0.7 behind, and he was 7/10 quicker than Alex on that last lap. I think Alex's tongue's dragging in his back wheel at this point, and it's bound to be, if you think of the injuries he's sustained after the Catalunya crash, smashing his collarbone in 4 places, breaking some vertebrae or damaging his back quite badly.
So,
Then there was a crash on Friday.
Mark's now down to half a second behind his brother, and then Digi behind him in 6th place, and Bastianini in 7th. Digi lost
Look at
2.5
Alex.
seconds on his long lap penalty. How long's our post-race show? Because I don't think we're going to have enough time.
This
to
is
talk
one of
through
those horrible races where you don't want your mate to ask you what happened in the race.
Have you got 40 minutes? So I can talk through every lap of it.
I'll just say, just watch it. Honestly, just watch it.
Oh dear, one for the archives, definitely. Alex Marquez on the 73, the 93 of Mark behind him. That's 4th against 5th with Gian Antonio getting it rolling now. He's going to have another go here. He's got so much more pace through the right-handers than Mark. Then Mark has it in the left-handers. Here we go. Mark's thinking about a move on his brother, but here comes Digi again. Take 2. We go again. This wasn't as late, and yet again, Marc Marquez leans on the top. Digi makes it through this time.
He couldn't have done that any better, Digi. That was absolutely perfect. He just parked Mark on the side of the track. Nothing he could do.
We're on the last lap, Neil, of dramatic 26-lap Dutch TT, and Ayagura, former Moto2 world champion, of course, moved up last year at the start of the season. He was Honda's
golden
protege, the golden boy, anointed to come and, follow in the wake of Marc Marquez, and yet he decided to defect. He went to Aprilia, and this is why. This is why, because he's about to become a Grand Prix winner with them. He probably wouldn't have managed that if he was on a Honda. He's moving to a Japanese brand next year with Yamaha, but he's taking his chance while he's got it on the Aprilia. He's going to go on and win surely. Behind Alex Marquez, he's not going to be able to hold off Fabio Gian Antonio for 4th place. The Italian is back in front. Top Ducati in this championship, trying to salvage points as he loses them hand over fist to Agura.
And stand by your beds, because this man is going to celebrate. Ayagura, if you think you've seen some wild celebrations, get ready for the polite wave.
Not since 2004 have we had a Japanese winner in MotoGP. There's been tragedy over the years, but it's Ayagura who brings delight and success to Japan once more. He punches the air as he wins. His former crew chief in Moto2, Norman Rack, celebrates on the pit wall. The fireworks go off. The fireworks delivered in the race on track today. Raul Fernandez doffs his cap. He's second behind his teammate in another Trackhouse 1-2. Jorge Martin makes it another Aprilia quick clean sweep on the podium in 3rd. Digi takes 4th. Alex Marquez is 5th. Brilliant from Alex. Mark is 6th. And Bastianini is 7th. And Neil Hudson, what's your highlight of that race?
I think Ayagura's ride-out device sticking on, sparks flying. I mean, can you believe it? Gav, we're not even at the halfway point in the season yet. That comes at the next round. Think how this championship is telescoping back together.
Yeah.
It's wide open. There's 5 riders can win it this year. This man's got the confidence. This man's got the momentum. And he's riding better than ever.
No score from championship leader Marco Bezzecchi. Second in the championship, Jorge Martin takes 16 for 3rd. Third in the championship, Gian Antonio, he takes 13 for 4th place. And then Marc Marquez, well, 6th for him today. I think he'll be happy enough to take 10 points home today. Then Ayagura, 5th in the championship, takes 25 World Championship points, and in doing so, puts himself firmly in the picture. He'll just be 17 now behind Marco Bezzecchi.
Ja.